Greetings, campers. Yes, I made it to the mountains, believe it or not. It is August 23rd, first backpacking trip of the season. And you know, it's 2023 biggest snowpack in many years, more than 20 years. And I was kicking myself for not coming up earlier. I was having all kinds of problems, mostly psychological, with the motivation. You've got to motivate yourself to beat yourself up and be dirty for a few days, or at least I do. It doesn't come naturally to me. This is running, isn't it? Good. And it is so weird. Well, right now, it's so peaceful on the trail. I'm all alone. It's really quiet. And it's kind of cool in the shade. Low 70s, high for the day. It's probably 60 something now. And I'm not 100% sure I'm going to make it. I'm in that bad a shape. No conditioning at all. Just none. Well, I can babble more later. But I just want to say hi from the trail. On the wet trail. It's all wet here. At least there's no skeeters yet. That's another thing I'm worried about. Late August, you shouldn't be worrying about mosquitoes. But some of the reports I read made me really happy that I didn't go in late July like I was wanting to. It might be bad for me today in late August, but I'm ready. I'm prepared for it. Hopefully it won't be a downer, but at least I wasn't swarmed at the parking lot. Okay, stop babbling. See some folks over there headed to the Enchanted Pools. It's pretty much going like I thought. I'm dying already. I've only gained a few hundred feet in elevation. Got probably 1,000 feet to go, and my legs are beginning to burn. That's not good, but I don't have that far to go. That is the saving grace. The little creekside trail is pretty loud. A lot of water around here. The humidity is high. I am beginning to feel it. I'm just all sweaty and hot. And I am going much slower than usual. I'm stopping in the shade here to cool all the way down because I just do not want to have heat pile up on top of heat, pile on top of heat. I suppose I should put on my umbrella. Yeah, it's too hot for me. I'm gonna do it now. Yeah, I got the umbrella on. You bet I do. Oh, it feels so good. It's hard for me today. It's really, really hard. After hiking the first little bit of uphill, my legs started burning. So I, from then on, stopped at every nice little shady spot like this. And it feels so good. And now a cloud has come and covered the sun. Yay. Is that my hair? I guess I need the styling, huh? The trail's quiet. I have only seen day hikers so far. Nobody has passed me going uphill. A couple of people have gone downhill. Nobody with the backpack on. Really kind of weird. I haven't talked to anybody that's going to Twin Lakes today. So it all looks good. I just have to get my ass up there. All of it. It'd be nice if I could leave some parts behind, but no, I got to bring all of me up there. It's hard, but it's going to be worth it. It took me some time to recognize that. I've always said it's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. It's always worth it, right? But I've been feeling so down recently, worried about my conditioning. And I mean, to me, the ultimate horror would be that I couldn't make it up and I had to turn around and go down. I would just feel horrible about that. And I'm not that far from that kind of condition. But it really helps that I know exactly where the trail is, how long it is, all the landmarks and stuff. So I know how to pace myself. And I'm gonna do that, and it's gonna be just fine, right? Yeah. Go. Here's the Creekside Trail that's often dry this time of year. It's flowing nice. And more people. Hey, I made it to the junction. Last junction. They used to, I think they used to have the, say that again. My online map says that the wilderness border is right here, but the sign is a few hundred yards back there. Man, there's a ton of water here. I've never seen this much water here. You know, people were telling me that they were up on this trail a few weeks ago, and trail crossings were challenging. I could see, God, I've never seen this much water here. Not even close. It's not challenging, but I could see how a few weeks ago it might have been. Okay, headed towards the wide open expanse of granite after I get through that little grove of trees. Ooh boy. Had to take a shade break halfway through that exposed section here. Good thing there is a shady spot here. Man, I'm weak. I can't go very far in the hot sun without feeling weak. Did I mention I didn't get enough sleep last night either? I mean, significantly weak on sleep, or at least I thought I had enough time, but I was tired when I got up. Tired now, but I'm getting higher. It's really pretty too. I love puffy clouds when I go backpacking. So much prettier than just plain blue-white sky. Gives you something to look at and prepare for if there's a thunderstorm. All right, I've completed that wide open expanse of granite. There was a cloud overhead half the time. That was nice. And now I'm heading up through some steep stuff here. Manzanita granite. And then there's a little downhill up ahead, and then the last uphill. I'm getting close, getting closer. I think I'm less than a mile away by now. There's a nice little pool there. Tremendous flow. That's the outlet of Twin Lakes, of course. And I'm not that far away. My God, there's actually standing water here. It was actually difficult to get across those rocks without getting my feet wet. My shoes are not waterproof. Coming around here, and there's a billion little tadpoles going running. So there will be frogs serenading this place tonight. Oh, you can see what I'm walking through here. It's not easy. Phew, it's not flooded though. Wow. It's not flooded, but it's almost as high as the rocks. And I've never seen green grass here. It's beautiful. Look at how pretty this is. This has always been one of my favorite spots. Well, here I am at my favorite campsite. But it's wet. This is my hangout kitchen zone here. So I'm not staying here tonight. I'm obviously here at Twin Lakes. Well, I don't know if it's obvious or not, but it is to me, because I'm sitting down. I guess this is becoming a new norm, is get the camp, whip out the chair, sit down. I whipped out the chair and sat down and just started drinking and eating for a good 10 minutes or so, just to equalize myself a little bit. I'm feeling much better than I expected to. And I got here quicker than I thought I would. 2.5 hours or so, not 3 hours or so. I'm in the little... I'm describing it to myself. You don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm in a little camp next to the Y Tree camp. The Y Tree camp is no longer viable since the Y Tree has died and is threatening to fall on the camp. So, can't do that anymore. The camp next door used to be just not quite good enough. And then someone came and built up a tent spot here. And the weather recently has kind of torn it apart, so it's not very good. Boy, sitting out here, it's not acceptable even. The best camp... Sorry, I'm tired. The best tent spots I've found, the only dry ones, fully dry ones, that one's not even fully dry, is a ways down there. And I've just now decided that that's where I'm going to put my tent. This is my camp here, because it's a nice camp. It has a little bit of shade protection, not much, but there's not much around here. And where there are dry tent spots, there is no protection from the exposure at all, really. So, big sigh of relief that I'm here, and then I had plenty of strength to get here. I mean, I was tired, and I really did need to pace myself. My thighs started burning pretty soon after the uphill started, and I recognized, oh, that's way too early for my thighs to be burning, so I just slowed way down. But I didn't take any lunch breaks or anything like that. I took cool down breaks, 5-minute breaks, maybe a 10-minute break here for some munching, and then just kept on going. And I'm very pleased with my effort today. As I mentioned earlier, I've just been suffering from malaise. I just feel crappy and don't have the energy to do anything. And I've really had to force myself to get ready for backpacking season. It's a weird year with all this water, and I'm glad I didn't go earlier. I was kind of planning to go earlier, but I was thinking maybe that's not a good idea. And just before I went on this trip, I read up to see how mosquitoes are in various places. Some people said in August around here, they might have been talking about Wrights Lake, which is a lot lower. Worst mosquitoes ever. You know, I've heard things like that. Really bad mosquitoes up high, stuff like that. And there's a lot of water here. There's no doubt. There's a lot of water here. It's very breezy, so there's no mosquitoes now. I'm hoping the breeze hangs in there, so I won't see any mosquitoes at all, ever. Who knows? Okay, so I've done my sitting. I got to go get some water and then set up my tent and then do all that other work that I have to do. Get to work. Oh, and I did one of the backpacking cardinal sins intentionally. I brought up a new tent that I have not yet set up. It should be easy to set up. I've made sure I watched a video of how to set it up, and it's definitely easier to set up than the other tent that I've had. I should be able to set it up even the first time ever faster than my other tent setup. My other tent setup was basically setting up two tents, a shell and an exterior. I was about to go into babble mode. We don't want that. We want camp set up so I can really relax. So let's get on that. Well, this is my view for the moment. This is the dead twin tree. I can't say that after backpacking all day. Twin tree. There's a distant waterfall. And my tent's way over yonder out of view. I'm actually kind of behind camp here because it's sunny over there and I'm a little desperate right now. I just finished doing some hot work, setting up the tent in the sun. Setting up the tent was not bad. It was fine. It took several rearrangements, but I got it set up the way I like it, I think. A few things I don't like about the tent. The best thing about the tent is that it's really, really goddamn light. And any negatives are because they cut corners on weight. The biggest thing I don't like is the horseshoe zipper door. 2 doors, but it's a horseshoe, so you have to pull it all the way down in order to get in. And there's a pole right in the middle there. That's not great, but Lots of people have learned to deal with it. So I will deal with it because it is a damn light tent. Now, I'm sitting in my super comfy chair, the chair that is outside of my specifications required for a chair, which has to be around $100. Inflation has hit since then. Needs to be £1. That's important. This new chair I got is way more than $100 and way more than £1. It's 1.5 pounds. It's $169 list, I think, something crazy like that. And I bought it kind of by mistake because it's 1 pound 8 ounces. I think I read a review about the chair that said it was 18 ounces. That changes everything. So I bought it, and it arrived, and just looking at it, I can tell this is a big difference from the other chairs. The other chairs I have, or what is this? I can't remember what it's called. It's the high back Chair Zero. The regular Chair Zero. You set it up, you sit down, and you're like, oh, thank God I'm sitting. That feels really good. But you're sitting for a while, and your back starts to get uncomfortable because it doesn't have a high back. I've noticed that if you set it up against a wall or a rock, it's really comfy. This chair basically has that rock built in. The other chair, I'd actually have to get up and move around because of the discomfort that would kind of accumulate as you're sitting. I took this on a camping trip with Fujita, and it was great because there was one point where I sat in it for about 2 hours, and sitting in anything for 2 hours is bad for me, but I was able to do it, which was pretty crazy. So I decided it's worth the extra weight. And in fact, the extra weight of this chair is pretty much the weight that I saved with the tent. So that real expensive tent, that weight savings, pretty much diminished. So I'm kind of desperate after staying up the tent. I'm hot and tired and sweaty again and sitting in the shade, and my life force has just been draining. That could always happen, But I got the secret wet one with me this time. The best thing for rehydrating in the world, chocolate milk. The only reasonable chocolate milk that I know of is a brand called Milkman's. It's really expensive, and it's heavy, of course. This is just Milkman's regular milk mixed with Carnation Instant Breakfast, which is pretty close to chocolate milk. God, I need this. I stumbled upon this discovery kind of accidentally, or I deduced it on my own. I just read a little while ago that chocolate milk is the best thing for rehydrating. The best thing. Because it's 90% water, which you need, but the 10% of the other stuff, there's all kinds of stuff that you need. Food, sugar, all of it. 2 gulps and I feel better already. Oh, this is the secret weapon. It has to work. I even brought an extra cup because the mixing is such a pain in the ass that my little tiny cup wasn't good enough. But this is light enough. Okay, I'm going to sit here and rehydrate and get my stuff together. Got to go down to the water and clean and maybe collect some more water just in case. One thing I didn't do, I got a new filter. You're supposed to run at least a gallon through it to clear out nasty taste. I forgot to do that, so I basically wasted a whole bunch of water clearing out my filter. Okay, that's a good long babble. I'm done for now. Well, after I got myself a chocolate milk infusion, I'm feeling a lot better, and I came down to my little shoreline here. I love this shoreline. This is a spot where you can take off your shoes, take off your socks, do your laundry, and walk around on clean granite in your bare feet. My bare feet do not like stepping on granite very much, but it's nice when I need to. So I was able to wash up a bit, get my feet all nice and clean, and then step out of the water and not get them dirty. It's one thing I really like about Twin Lakes. It's got the best bathing and cleaning area around. Okay, I need to go back up and I need to eat some more. I'm still weak, but the chocolate milk did the trick. Thank God. Alright, time to get back there. Well, I'm sitting on the backside of camp again. I did my really light washing, but I got my clothes done. Well, I gotta hang them. Damn, I meant to do that before I sat down. Oh, I gotta get up. After an update, though. So once I hang my clothes to dry, everything that is critical to be done as soon as you get to camp will be done. That's why I'm sitting. I just downed an emergency that recuperation stuff. And I gotta say, I'm doing well. The chocolate milk was key. I don't think I'd be doing so well without that, because I haven't really eaten anything yet. I had a big heavy McDonald's breakfast, and then I've been nibbling all day. Had a bar, enough to get me up here, barely. But my body is starting to scream for food. Not quite yet, but feeling a little crampy. But I'm doing great. I'm feeling more replenished than I have in the afternoon of day one in a long time. I was expecting the worst, and that helps when you expect the worst and it's not going to happen. But actually, pretty much all the variables are on the positive side. Well, on the positive side. Not bad. Okay, I've been puttering around camp, doing little odds and ends things. Nothing too serious, because when I really exert myself, I start to feel bad again. But I'm soft landing here. I'm feeling good. Well, muscles hurt, a little crampy, but I don't know. There's this. I guess it's the dehydration. It's just such an odd feeling. And sometimes you get past the point of just drinking water. Water just doesn't seem to do much for dehydration. You need electrolytes and salt and all kinds of other stuff. And I handled that today. I came here, got water, fixed the chocolate milk, drank it down. Much better. Got some stuff done, had some emergency, still better. Pretty much after everything was done, I sat down and munched on some potato chips, nice and salty. And I did it right this time. See, so often I do it wrong. I screw up by getting the almost theirs, and I'm almost there. Hurry up, you're almost there. Just don't take a break. You're almost there. Yeah, I don't like that. I did suffer from that a little bit at the very end. It's really hard not to, but I was constantly telling myself, take a break, find some shade, slow down, and my pace was pretty good, really. I thought it would take me 3 hours to get up here. I did it in less than that. And I'm feeling good. Did I mention the campers? There's a couple, a family, a couple and a teenager around the corner. I introduced myself when I was over doing my cleaning. Nice folks. They were here last night. It rained a little bit, but they said This rain was from the day before yesterday and the day before that, when the monsoon came through. The remnants of Hurricane Hillary shot up. It landed in Baja California and just went up California. It didn't hit the valley. It didn't get rain in the valley, but man, was it humid! I mean, you could tell it was different. And I was worried about the humidity up here. It was more humid than usual, but it was not hot. It was around 71 or so. 50% humidity probably, which is 50%'s a lot when you're used to 20 and under. But it was okay. It was okay. I used the umbrella. I didn't at first, but then I remembered, always use the umbrella. If the sun is out, it'll protect you somewhat. It'll save your reserves. If not a little bit, a lot. It's usually a lot, really. It's really worth it. Nothing more to say here. God, is it so worth it getting up here. It is so hard. It's so complicated. Making sure you don't forget anything. And I did a good job. I didn't forget a damn thing. Every little thing just popped into my head or was on my list, or at least so far. Usually I discover by now if I had forgotten something, even if it's really minor. Yeah. I'm a happy camper. Yay. Yay me. Old guy still getting into the mountains. I often complain to people on the trail. Man, it's hard. It's rough. And they say, yeah, but you're doing it. So many people say that. Yeah, but you're up here. And I thank them. Always thank them for reminding me. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. I know that. I just need to be reminded sometimes. Okay. See ya. Well, damn it. I did forget something. I forgot my food cozy. Didn't really forget it. I meant to bring it. It got... God, the sun is really low and bright. It got... I was, that last minute shuffling and trying to get everything packed in there and pulled it out to rearrange, and it didn't go back in. I don't know why. I didn't see it sitting there. I know right where it must be sitting still. But I have my 1/8-inch Insulite pad that I brought just as a sit pad and a lie down pad, and it'll be fine. That'll insulate really well. And so the sun's low, so I'm going to get started on dinner, and the sun's not even warm anymore. I'm going to get the dinner going. All right. What a great day. I'm so happy with myself. I was so worried and pessimistic, but things are going great. Well, I accidentally had perfect alpenglow timing. I just finished dinner. And it's just getting to be magnificent. And there are some skeeters around here. Wow, look at this. What a place, huh? I get to eat chocolate because I worked hard today. Yum. Yeah, there's not a lot of light out here, so do one more entry here. Been a good day. I feel really good right now. Dinner, dessert, a little extra munchies, a couple mosquitoes. Not so bad. Breeze has kind of died down. I guess it's starting to get warmer again. But it's so pretty. Huh. Okay. Happy in the tent here. Comfy. Really comfy. Plenty of little things I don't like about it. I really don't like the horseshoe door. You have to open all the way and bring a bunch of bugs in. I had to go bug hunting first thing as soon as I got in here. But I think I got them all.
It's big enough. It's quiet enough too. It's quite breezy out there now, and this tent is not making any noise. I got one door totally shut. That's on the wind side, and the other side I have one flap open. And it sure was pretty as I was climbing into the tent with a quarter moon over the lake. Beautiful. So, great day one. Ain't gonna do much tomorrow, but that's okay. All I want to do is just be up here and be happy about it. That was my goal. And so far, so good. Good night, campers.
It's a lovely day in camp. Not a cloud in the sky. Quite breezy. Just enough to keep the mosquitoes away. There were mosquitoes under the rainfly, between the rainfly and the net when I got up. But there's just nothing for them to do, so they're gone. Well, I did not sleep well at all. I had a passing thought of just bolting like I have in the past, for fear that I have yet another sleepless night and then it's too dangerous to drive. But fuck it, damn it, I worked so hard to get up here, and I don't have anything difficult to do today. So, you stupid thing. I thought my glasses was my face, and it followed. Jesus, stupid camera. There's a second version and then a third version coming out of this thing pretty soon. I should probably upgrade. Lovely night last night. Quarter moon, a perfect quarter moon, and some twinkly stars, a little bit of breeze. It was really pretty. Watching seeing the moon reflection on the lower lake, really nice. And neighbor-wise, it's awesome. I went over and introduced myself to that family around the corner, and haven't seen or heard a peep out of them since. I can see their tent from my tent, but I only sleep there. I don't do anything else there. Feels very private here. Quite breezy today. I just now saw this gigantic dragonfly. It landed and then took off again real quick. I can't remember ever seeing a dragonfly up here. I think it just got blown up by the winds. And that's all I have to report. Nothing's going on here. That's a good thing. People across the lake have packed up and left. The nearby family has not left last I saw, but they're getting ready. So it's feeling like my place right now. It's pretty nice. It's getting a little chilly, but that's okay. I like chilly. Because it's going to be 97, 100 degrees when I get back to Sacramento. I'll take mid-60s any day over that. Yeah. Oh, here's my lovely camp. Charging my phone and this camera too, because I'm just sucking down the juice today. And there's my little lantern sitting in the sun getting charged too. Yes, an uneventful day as promised. Well, I've walked kind of past the dam. There's another lake here. A big puddle. Damn. It might be a camping area when it's dry. It's probably almost always dry. Oh, and I saw a smallish, near that dead tree, tent spot. Very small. Not good. Near the near the disallowed camping area. Oh, look at that waterfall. Can you see it? It is lovely. Beautiful gnarled old tree here. Oh, look at that. That thing had a life. Nice still photo. Let's see here. No place to set up a tent. No place to do cowboy camping even. Now somewhere up there was a high spot. I couldn't find it last time I looked over there. Oh, the waterfall. It sure is beautiful over here. Not sure if you can hear anything, it's quite windy. Just smacked the lens, sorry about that. Yeah, this is where there should be a campsite, but there is nothing. No thing at all. Usually when I come here, there's a long bridge to get to that island. I wonder if the water's too high. Oh, no, there is a bridge. That's right, the dam is broken to pieces down there. I guess the water doesn't get that high, no matter what. Can you sense the direction? When I first turned on the camera, I was walking, what is that? East. All the way to the upper lake. Now I'm turning around and going via the shoreline towards the dam. There's that lake from the other side. I can't see this little viewer. I accidentally, okay, yes, there is the, I accidentally pulled up the preferences page and changed the preference, which annoys me greatly because I barely understand how to use this thing, and I've got it set the way I want it. That little forest of tiny trees is the forbidden camping area. I camped there before it was forbidden, but it's been forbidden for a long time now, at least 15 years. Oops. Looks like I moved too soon. Here is the dam area. I don't know if I can get over there from here. No, I'll probably just conclude with this here. That sure is pretty. Wow. Let's do another panorama. Let's go all the way to the waterfall. Don't you wish you were here? Damn, it's beautiful. Okay, let's go back to camp. The way this tree is growing, it looks like there's a height restriction. Once you get to 6 feet, that's it. You must stop growing up. A very stunted forest. Okay, back to camp.
Well, it's getting more and more blustery. Had a couple 30-mile-an-hour gusts, and bringing more and more interesting clouds. The first one was just a little tiny cloud. It actually blocked the sun, but they're getting bigger. I doubt anything will come of it, but they're moving fast. I just got up to stretch around a little bit, and my tent is collapsed. Collapsed. What the hell happened? Collapsed. Damn. Let's try this again. What are you looking at, man? There's the tent. That's what we're supposed to be looking at. It was a mess, man. The thing, it probably, that tent stake, where's my hand? There. Probably pulled first, and the wind is blowing this way, that way. And it just flattened the whole thing, and then it started flapping in the wind, and everything started coming loose. Almost all the tent stakes were pulled, and the poles went flying, and they have sharp ends on them. Well, kind of sharp. I really hope that didn't puncture anything. I haven't looked really hard, but I haven't seen anything, and it kind of looks like the poles just kind of got blown away from the scene, kind of like a body in a traffic accident or something like that. Anyway, it's looking pretty solid now. I'll keep an eye on it. But I'm heading back to camp. Man, look at the thing now. It's solid as a rock. I don't know if you can see it, but I can. Yay. Trying to protect this thing from the wind. That should work. Well, I've moved to the perpetually shady zone here, and it's shady at 1 o'clock. That's good. There's a little bit more sun than I expected, but it's nice. And there's a bit of windbreak here to boot, so that's a nice bonus. The lake seems to be all mine right now. I haven't seen anybody around. Maybe the wind is scaring people off, and that tricky... As I say that, I hear voices right around where the trail crossing is. Probably that main day hiker hangout over there. There is I'm not alone here, that's right. I've seen a new tent on the other side of the lake, other side of the lower lake. So somebody's camped over there, and that could be them. But if anybody comes by here, I'm going to tell them to go ahead and camp here, because if I'm claiming this zone here in my tent zone and my kitchen zone, I'm claiming a vast area here, and that's just not right. So this is just a temporary stay here. I like it though. Maybe I'll nap in my chair. It's possible. I'm gonna graze a bit though. Yum. Yeah, here we go. Well, I'm still in the perpetual shady zone, but it's a cloud covering the sky at the moment. In fact, I got up to wander around a bit to get a feel for things. Looks like we're approaching about 50% cloud cover. Yeah, here comes the sun again, but it's looking kind of patchy. If this trend continues, I'm just going to go back to camp where it's more comfortable and all. That's where all my stuff is. I did a little wander just over around, see the tent spot that these folks used, and it wasn't much. It's something that I would have walked past, except for the consideration that I like this spot here, and that's the closest decent tent spot to this spot. This would be my kitchen area for sure. This is just a really nice protected zone. I went over to the favored campsite too, over closest to the trail, and it's drier today. I would say the tent spot's good enough to put the tent down, but the kitchen still has a pool of water in it, and that's such a nice kitchen. There's really nothing else in the area. It's adequate, so it's not good enough for me.
I kind of like my situation now. I really like that kitchen hangout area over there. And the tent spot is the biggest, flattest one around here, although it has absolutely no shade or any kind of protection from the wind or any elements. But that describes most of the available tent spots right now. The best ones are wet. Maybe I should have checked the other side of the lake for future reference. Could be that the better campsite's over there now. I don't know because I haven't been there. Doesn't seem likely because there wasn't a good campsite there 15 years ago. But things can change. I got nothing else for you. Tried to lie back and fall asleep and just can't do it. Nice comfy bed sounds good though. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here. See you later. I saw a couple years ago some people camped over here. And I was thinking, man, aren't you right next to the water? And yeah, that's right next to the water. Totally illegal. And the rangers came in and just killed it. Look at this. And obviously there's a fire zone here. But this rock here, I can't tell what this thing is looking at. That rock right there. No, you're not looking. No. That rock there. Rocks like that just don't happen naturally. It's totally poking up. And there's another one right there. Somebody put those rocks there, and probably this big one here too. Put a bunch of rocks in here just to make sure there's no place to, I was going to say, to lay a sleeping bag. You can lay a sleeping bag here though. Didn't get that one. Yeah, it's a mess now. The sky is getting more interesting. Wow, we've got some new dark clouds here. I mean, they're not that big, but they're dark. Yeah, we have achieved 50% cloud cover, I think. And I don't think this is enough clouds to come together for an afternoon thunder shower. It's already after 1 o'clock. Here's another perpetual shady zone. This might be the one I was actually thinking of. This is way at the end of the lake, close to the dam, between the lakes. Well, the clouds kept on getting darker and scarier, but that seems to be the last of them there. Man, I was utterly thwarted. It's getting chilly again. It was getting kind of chilly. The winds were kicking up. The sun was going away. And I looked up and I saw there was a bank of clouds up there that looked like it was last for at least 10 minutes, right? So I figured I'm going to race to the tent and I'm going to lie down for at least 10 minutes. That didn't work at all. Because when it was getting chillier, I put extra layers on, and when I got in the tent, I had to take the layers off and situate stuff, and I had to blow up the pad again because I deflated it, and that took a lot of that 10 minutes. And the winds died, got a little warmer, a bit of sun came out, and it got a little warmer, and it was just too warm. I'm like, God damn it. So the winds completely died, and the sun came out completely as I walked back here, got me all hot and sweaty, and now it's windy and cold again. It's not really cold though now because I got a warm up there. But yeah, it's one of those days. It's one of those days. Things are crazy. I really hope it's not going to be windy all night. That means I won't get any sleep, and that's not good. But I don't think it's going to be like that. This looks like one of those days where it builds up all day and then just kind of dissipates, and it's completely calm and still at 7 or 8 o'clock. We'll see. This twin tree here is it's kind of important to me in the story of Twin Lakes here. I wonder how the hell did it spawn there becomes so successful on top of a big pile of rocks. I mean, it's just a big pile of rocks. There's no dirt around here anywhere. Yeah. But it's my landmark. And I'm kind of hoping that one day I'll come here and see it fall down. And that'll be the end of that chapter. And then I'll be able to use that campsite again. This campsite really scares me now. That thing is thick and heavy, and it is rotting away, and it's going to fall down there one day. With all these winds, it could be today. I don't know. I just took a little walk away from camp for no reason in particular. And I think I'll walk back to camp for no reason in particular. Well, that's some really crazy erosion here. Look at this sheet of flat sheet of granite, and there's this space underneath it that's vast. Yeah, it goes in at least 3 or 4 feet. It might go in a lot more than that. From a distance, it's like one of those great cave dwellings, if the scale was different. Anyway, I was just wondering. Surprised I didn't notice that before. This has pretty much been a lot of my day here. Sitting right here, watching the twin trees, watching the clouds kind of float by. This is my position for dinner tonight. I kind of spaced last night and missed the absolute peak of the alpenglow. And in the back of my mind, I wasn't worried about it because I knew I would take note of the times and be prepared today. And I am prepared today. My food has got another 10 minutes or so to steep. And by the time I'm done, the alpenglow will be starting. Maybe a little after. But I'll be ready this time. Nice and comfy here. The winds have died down, come to think of it. I didn't notice that. It's nice. We have more rainbow. We have more rainbow to report. Not quite a full bow. Just missing the middle. Dude, I hope I'm pointing this out to you. You actually see? It's pretty. Okay, it's actually bright over there. Over there. Am I getting this? Yes, I'm getting this. Focus failed. Come on, focus. There, I can even see it now. So you gotta see that. Oh my god, this is so cool. Oh, I should do the double rainbow freakout thing, huh? Of course, I don't have a decent camera with me. Look at that rainbow waterfall shot. Oh. Now, alpenglow with rainbow. I've never seen that. Beginning to get some yellow color. I wouldn't call it a glow yet. Rainbow's getting bigger. What a trippy night. I still have food to eat. I guess the drum solo doesn't help the singing much, does it? Let's get out of here. My hubris might have gotten the better of me here. No, the sun has not set yet. The sun is blocked by clouds, so I'm not getting my my amazing alpenglow. It's still pretty. There's a chance. There's always a chance. There's a chance that the sun will dip below these clouds just before sunset, and that is your optimum alpenglow.
So, crossing my fingers here, and I'm I'm sitting here like I'm in a movie theater. I'm not gonna miss it. So, wish me luck. The rainbow was nice. Huh? What'd I tell you? Actually, I almost missed it again. I turned around and looked at the sunset. I said, oh, well, I've been neglecting this view over here. Let's take some pictures of this. And look at this alpenglow. Wow! And a sunset. Oh my God. That's some good stuff there. That's one of the nicer panoramas I've seen here in a while. Jeez. Last bit of red. Here comes the dark. Good evening, campers. What time is it anyway? It is, it's 9:40. Damn. I, actually started moving in this direction at 9, and here it is. But I've actually been in here for a few minutes and disrobing and setting up my pillow. I got to have something to lean on, or I can't, do a video. Nice evening. The clouds are moving along, little bitty ones. No winds anymore. Not just a breeze. There was a little bit of condensation in the tent here when I got here, but it was shut completely, and that might have caused it. I've got one door open now, so there should be plenty of ventilation. Walls are pretty dry. Let's see, any news here? Nice evening all around. That meal just was a knockout. It really helped solidify me. I've been feeling kind of queasy all day, and I just gorged on that stuff and then ate the rest of my chocolate, and I was a happy camper watching the beautiful sky all night. It was just so nice here. I'm really happy that I had this whole side of the lake all to myself. Nobody was around to see what a fool I was being. I don't have much else. I think I'll just sign off and see you tomorrow after a good night's sleep. Well, welcome to day 3. I made it. Feeling all right, but I didn't get a lot of sleep. It was really windy all night. The tent held. It's a good tent. I mean, I have a lot to say about that tent. That thing is really well designed. I have complaints about it, but it's a solid tent, no doubt about it. Some really clever things in it. I hate that horseshoe door. Anyway, look what we got here. We've got clouds. Lots of them. It is mostly cloudy. I woke up with clouds blocking the sun from waking me up. That didn't make sense. I woke up with clouds on the horizon. Yeah. I got some oatmeal steeping. I probably should get on that. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. It's 9:30 probably. You think I would check this first? 9:26.
got a keen sense of time. Got the tent taken down, pad packed up, sleeping bag packed up. All the hard stuff is done. Now I'm just sitting here drinking my last cup of coffee. I thought I had 2 extra cups, but 2 cups of coffee is just fine. It'll get me out of here sooner too. Spasms in my back a little bit. Probably should be walking around and try to work it off, but right now I just want to sit in the cool. I got kind of heated up doing the packing in the sun. Clouds have mostly gone away. Man, I'm really sad about that. I was really hoping for cloud cover on the hike out. That would feel so nice. That would make it a perfect hike. It's going to be pretty nice as it is. It's going to be breezy probably. It's breezy now. And probably coolish, below 70 I'm thinking. So it should be a nice hike. Yeah. Okay. Pretty successful trip. The lack of sleep is a real drag, but I'll get home all right. I had a lot of fun in spite of that. And in fact, I don't feel that horrible. Yesterday afternoon was pretty tough without a place to nap. I was kind of bumming about that. But the dinner revived me. The food to go Thai curry. I've done that in the past, and I kind of got tired of it because it's a small operation. It was really inconsistent, like a small operation can be, and there were green beans in there that would never hydrate, no matter what, and you'd have to steep it a long time to try to get it in its best condition, and that would often break the sauce. So that would just kind of piss me off. It's been reworked. It's been several years since I've tried this stuff. They've redone it, and it's much better. So good on them. I'll keep using that. It's a single serving, which I cannot do 2 serving Mountain House meals for myself, even though those 2 servings are really tiny servings. I cannot eat a whole one, and I cannot stand carrying out hydrated food. The Thai curry is 380 calories, requires a cup and a quarter of water. That's about the max. Those things that require 2 cups, 2.5 cups, that's too much food. It's just too much. This was a lot of food, but I was really hungry and I gobbled it down, and it felt really good. Thanks, guys. I needed that. Okay, more coffee drinking, more shade sitting, more pondering life, and then more packing, and then hiking out of here. I was looking for a place to pee yesterday, and I looked at these little plants here, and I said, you know what, they could probably use a little nitrogen and some water and stuff. All the leaves there were flat on the ground. They were all wilted and just ready to go into the last phase. And today, look at that. It's alive for a while. Had to do a repair job on my boots. I mean, it's not a very good one. This chunk of rubber fell out on my last trip. And I figured one more trip will be fine, but then this whole big chunk of rubber here wants to fall off. That would expose a whole bunch of suede there. So I just wrapped some duct tape, and hopefully it'll stay a little longer and get me down the mountain. That's all I need to do without my heel busting through. It has turned into a clear day. Clouds are almost all gone. It's a little hazy, but I'm moving along fast. I'm almost done packing, and it is 10:20. I'll be out of here by 11. Wow, cool. Well, I did it. I am entirely ready to go. Just got to grab my poles and start walking. It's really breezy. It's a little scary with the umbrella, but I'm going to bring it. Of course, this little tiny cloud covers the sky and it gets really cold. But it's 11 o'clock straight up, and I'm ready to go. It's a perfect day for hiking. Mid 60s, low 60s, breezy. Yeah. Okay, down we go. Well, that was a big puddle when I got here, and it is now gone. So by today or tomorrow, the prime campsite will be ready again. As soon as I leave, of course. But the family that I met on the first day said that they were making a beeline for that site too. So even if it was acceptable, I wouldn't get it. All right, there's the trail. I'm going. Seeing bunches of people on the trail. Saw at least 15, 20 or so near at Twin Lakes or near it, and a steady stream going up. It's Friday. Haven't seen any backpackers yet though. That's interesting. I went through this steep downhill holding my umbrella almost all the way, but it's worth it. I'm still pretty cool. But I'm just so tired. My body and muscles are holding up okay, but I'm getting punch drunk, a little wobbly. I take a misstep every now and then. So I'm trying to be careful, but I'm through the steep granity stuff. And so that's good. You can hurt yourself falling on steep granity stuff. And the way I am now, it's very possible. Okay, shut up. Shut up and hike. Greetings, campers. Phew. Man, am I whipped. Hiking conditions were great. The sun was pretty fierce, but the breeze was constant. I was holding my umbrella from flying away a lot, but I saw very little direct sunlight on my head and arms and upper body and such. Bunches of people headed up there. I'm on the Wrights Lake Road. When I got back to the parking lot, it was mobbed with people. But then they just magically kind of cleared away right when I was doing my end of trail cleaning stuff, because I feel I had to take some clothes off and pour some water over me and rub it off and stuff. And usually I like do the best I can to hide myself, but I get naked for a moment, maybe a minute, and take care of things. But people just magically disappeared right when I was doing my cleaning routine. There was nobody around at all. I just walk around the parking lot to start making it. But I'm really tired. I didn't eat or drink at all on the hike out. I didn't have a single sip of water. I chugged water before I left. But I just wanted to get to the car as fast as I could because I'm so tired. I wanted to keep the momentum going. I didn't take any substantial breaks at all. I just kept going. And that's what I'm going to do now. It's early. It only took me an hour and 40 minutes to do the hike, which means it is 1:20. Which means I can get home before rush hour. I can get home before, or I can get most of the way before the carpool lane closes down to people like me. But I better get going if I'm going to do that. Note to self. It's 3 nights in a row I did not get decent sleep. The night before I left, the first night, and the second night. But
I succeeded and had a great time. I've been worrying myself, oh, what if I can't get enough sleep? I didn't, and I had a great time. Okay. That's it. Over and out. Till next time.